So, I guess I don't really have anything to talk about other than some of you guys connected with the college dropout thing that I was talking about. That's not really a dropout or whatever. So, I've dropped out of school, I think college, not high school. Maybe, I don't know, I lost count. I think maybe, I'm not sure how many times, so it's like maybe 3 times. I'm gonna go for a 4th. No, I'm just kidding. I've dropped out 3 times. I did complete one program. I was in college in high school. Like, I was doing high school and college, and I was doing a program in that. It gave me, like, confidence that I could handle college, because I always thought I couldn't, but I hated, like, I've always been a caretaker type of person, so I knew that in high school. So that's why they split us up in our high school. You could go the engineering route, the business route, or the healthcare route, and I went healthcare. And the only program that I know of provided at the time was nursing area, but I became a nursing assistant and I freaking hated it. The thing is, it's like the people I worked for, they were like, it was a nursing home, and it hurt too much to watch them never get better. And like, I tried to make their life happier, but that wasn't why I was there. I was there to take care of them physically, not mentally, and I couldn't just keep walking away from them when they needed more than just, washing and all that. It didn't sit right with me, and there was stuff that, I don't know, it was really hard for me to deal with that. And I think I could see everything. Like, I don't care. I'm not squeamish, but the thing is, it's like, what really did bother me was not being able to, help them on the inside, if that makes any sense. Not being allowed to talk to them to make them feel better, because a lot of them would say, why doesn't my, grandson or whatever, my kids come see me anymore? They never come see me. It's like, I felt so bad for them. And the thing is, it's like the nurses that were in charge of us were angry that I would waste my time talking to them, because to them that was a waste of time, because I could be helping others. But it was just, I couldn't help it, and that's why I decided to walk away. And I felt like that was such a selfish thing to do, because maybe I could have filled some sort of purpose there from, that I can't help but try to help people with, those problems on the inside. But I knew that wasn't the spot for me, and that's why it kind of harmed me from getting away from healthcare. And I've tried other stuff. I've tried business. I've tried just liberal arts, like getting all your shit done. But I would get so scared. I also went into another program. It was also healthcare, because I had already credits for healthcare. I went in to become a scrub, so like I wouldn't deal with, patients directly. I would just deal with doctors, and I would hand them their tools. But I hated it, because the program, like, it was very stressful. I don't know why they make shit so stressful. And I guess the point is, what I learned from all this is that don't fill yourself up with too much, because I was a full-time student and part-time working, but I would go into work more often because it helped me de-stress. Work is a way where it's like, it helps me stop stressing out about whatever else is going on in my life. But the thing is, it's like, once I didn't go to work one day, I like dropped out of school, because like it was just so much stress, and work was like, didn't go to work. And I'm pretty sure if I would have gone to work that day, I would have stayed in school. But the thing is, I wouldn't have been happy. And that's a problem with, when you drop out of school, it's like, deep down inside, you might not be doing something you're really happy about. You might be feeling forced to, or maybe like you have to go to college, because a lot of us don't even have to. But the problem is, it's like, you're really forced and pressured to pick something straight out of high school when you're not even yourself yet, like, you're not even completely who you are supposed to be. And even when you get to a certain age, it's not set. Your personality is never set, so it's really hard. And the thing is, it's like, it's hard not to feel bad, because you watch yourself fall apart or fall out of it, and it's like, you had this high standard, or somebody else did, and you see it all fall apart. And the thing is, it's like, it's hard enough trying to be something that you don't know will do, like will be rewarding. So it's just all this pressure on top of it is just a mess, and something's gonna make you break, and you feel like you're a failure and like nothing, you're not good at anything. Or maybe you don't, maybe you realize you don't like it, I can't tell you how you feel. But for me, it's like, if you do feel like that, because that's how I felt for a long time, I heard a quote, I don't know where I heard it, which really sucks, but it said like, you're only a quitter when you stop trying. Oh, did you hear Audius? I think it went something like that. It's like, you're only a failure when you stop trying. So it's like, if you do drop out of school and it hurts and you want to keep going to school, it doesn't mean you can't ever go back, There's not a set age. Sure, there's other people that do it sooner, some people that do it later, but it's like, wouldn't you rather be the person that knows who you are and goes back for something that is perfectly way better for you than somebody that rushes and picks something that will make other people happy and then never be happy in your life? You know what I mean? I don't know. I think that's, or maybe, like you realize you don't even need college to get to where you want to go. But yeah, that's some of the things I had to learn the hard way, where it's like, I don't have to. And success is very personal. There's a personal definition for our personal success, if that makes any sense at all. So how are you going to succeed for yourself if you don't even know who you are yet, And I wish there was classes or something where it's like, you could kind of understand the indecisiveness or even just understand what everything is, because healthcare is not just physical healthcare. There's a lot. I wasn't really open about, they never really told us about therapy and like, all that stuff that I seem to gravitate towards, and it just weirds me out, like how much more other stuff is there that we don't know about. And in the future, I remember this teacher in summer school told us that we're preparing the future kids for jobs that don't exist yet. And that's scary. Like, we really are. You never know what other stuff can pop up. So yeah, and I guess it took me a long time to kind of forgive myself for like falling apart all the time, because I don't know, I just thought I was always a school person. I always was good at school, or not good at it, but like, I'm not naturally smart at all. In fact, I had to try so much harder than everybody else who just came in and took the test and aced it and got an A for the whole class, versus me. I would do all the assignments and I would try so hard in the test and I'd still get a B. And knowing that I had to put in so much work made me realize, like, hey, I care, so it's like, school is for me. But when I failed, or not failed, but like I fell apart and jumped out of school, it didn't show that it doesn't show that you're really a failure. It just shows that you're not good at handling failing something. And the thing is, sometimes you have to fail something in order to turn to a different direction because it's not the right one, or to make you learn from it and, get better, basically. I even have one of these quotes written up there. It's like, normalize failure, but don't let it define you. And I remember like hearing someone talk about a class they took, right? And they never mentioned it again. Like, they were doing a program. And I was weirded out. Why haven't they mentioned it again? I later came to realize that they didn't pass it. They didn't pass that class and program. And that's why they never mentioned it. And for me, it's like, I always mention my losses. In fact, I mention my losses more than my winnings. I keep my winnings secretly because I feel like some people that don't root for you will, knock you down or try to sabotage you and hurt your dreams. Versus, if you mention your losses, a lot of people are like, oh, and the thing is, it's like, you don't want to like emphasize losses, because that's what I would do a lot of the times. I would like make it bigger than they really were, and it would hurt, and people would just like kind of, I don't know, it felt like they were losing faith in me. But again, nobody where I was surrounded by really knew about mental health. Nobody was paying attention to how does she feel, you know, like how does she feel after falling apart again at school. Nobody cared about that. So let me just be that person, because it's like I cared about that. So it's like you kind of have to, I don't know, the more you know yourself, the better things will be, and not just school wise, everything. I feel like that's how it is, because I was so different in high school, you know. And the interesting thing is, like, I tried to go for something in high school that was a big up there, and when I went to community college, because I'm not gonna pay so much for, you know, literally the same credits, um, they knocked me down for it. They kind of like try to humble me, but it's like they were literally trying to like tell me I wasn't good enough already without even knowing me. And the thing is, it's like I let them. That's the thing. You can't let people define who you are and what you do, what you're gonna do. So it's better sometimes to not, like, either try not to get, you know, take it seriously and let it kind of hurt you, or don't tell people, basically, especially if it's something, you know, you struggle with, and try to maybe just tell the people that support you and help you get better and like encourage you, like Ranger, you know what I mean, like I was talking about, like that's the type of people you have to tell the good things to, not the people that knock you down, that don't believe in you, type of thing. And I don't know, it's really hard to find somebody that believes in you. I just came from work, that's why I'm all covered up. But yeah, that's basically it. I was always interested in why people do the things they do, you know? So it's like maybe I should just go into maybe some form of mental health thing. But all I know is that I'm not going to die without graduating college, because it's just something I need to do for myself and I will be happy. And it's just something that was for me, you know? I've always been, you know, that person that's like, I know deep down inside, I don't know, it's kind of weird how to explain it. There's different versions of you throughout your life. And one of them is allergic to everything. No, I'm just kidding. And it's important to try to make all of them happy in a way. Like, for example, my childhood version of me loved reading. I remember she cried, like, the child me cried to my mom because I would not get to read all the books in the world before I died, and she thought I was a dumbass, and maybe I was. But the thing is, it's like, that's why I read now. I have to keep reading because of her, you know, like, let's make her happy. Let's read as many books as we can for our lifetime and know all we can, because she didn't have the resources to get books yet, or not as much as she wanted to. And then another stage is when I was 18, I wanted to graduate college. So it's like, that's what I want to kind of do, like, you know, stuff like that. Because if you make all aspects of yourself happy, I think you'll feel more fulfilled. It's not just about college and, you know, feeling like it's not the only way to success or to feel fulfilled in life, like that diploma, you know. And sometimes we had so much importance because of peer pressure. Like, for example, did you really care about drinking or partying if everybody wasn't into it? If, you know, doing something like for example, working out wasn't that big of a deal back in the day as it is now. And now all of a sudden you see all these people working out, because a lot of the times we're just doing it for other people instead of really focusing on ourselves. Like, what do you really want, you know? I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's basically my thought on it. And every time you fall down, because the second you get up, you risk falling down, but it's worth risking falling down, because then you'll just be on the ground the whole time. And what good is that for? But yeah, that's, I don't know, you have to find what's worth falling down for, you know? And everybody's different. And that's why it's so hard to, like, I don't know why people that are, like, so much wiser or whatever, educated, think it's okay to pressure people to go to college to do all this stuff and get into debt when you're not even you're not even fully you yet, if that makes sense. So that's kind of scary. That's why, like, if I have kids, I really want to have kids. Not like the birth part, that, but I really want to be a mom or a dad, you know, whatever comes first. I really want them to not feel pressured to go to school right away, like college or whatever, you know, or ever, as long as they're like thinking about something. Because I kind of, you know, and the worst part is like I'm kind of already trying to parent myself for my future kids, and that's not right. So obviously I'll make adjustments to whatever their personality and whatever they like, but I think understanding yourself mentally and emotionally is so important, because you don't want to live your life for other people and what they define success for, whether that's going to school or not going to school, you know. But yeah, that's all I have. Let me know what you guys think about all that, you know, in the comments. Maybe we can agree on something, or you can call me crazy, you know. You can call me crazy for randomly talking to you with a mannequin behind me. That's okay, but that's called gaslighting, I think. Look at my lips. Do you like them? They're dry as hell. I hate water. Is that a red flag to hate water? Bye guys, see you later.